Hello guys, this is Anastasia back with another Pokemon Black and White 2 Wi-Fi battle, and as you can see from the team preview, this is a new battle versus someone I found in the smug on Wi-Fi Battle Finder called Incredible. So it's just my regular NU team. You know this team. It has some good threats like Jinx if it is Scarfed, and then Ditto. We can check out my sets, and then Golem with Surf instead of the Stealth Rocks. So yeah, that's kind of going to be hard to handle, but at the same time I think I have the perfect checks for them. So he does lead off with his Golem, and I'm going to lead off with my Rotom Fan because, I'm Scarf with all his Volt Switch. But as he does lead off with the Golem, he is immune to my Volt Switch, so I cannot Volt Switch. I had HP Grass, but I knew he had the Sturdy, and I didn't want him to risk him killing me. So yeah, that was good me switching out because he went for the Stone Edge, and that would have been able to kill me. So now I set up my Stealth Rocks, as I believe he also set up his Stealth Rocks. And yeah, he does switch right now into that ugly thing, Jinx. So Stealth Rocks are really good for that thing, as I just go for the Toxic. And this Toxic is really nice on these, you will see later. This Toxic will really help me later on in the battle. So yeah, now I switch into my Enferus because I'm especially defensive. I can set up the Light Screen. You can do nothing to me with Psychic Snore, Ice Beam. As it turns out that he is actually not choice, just because he went for the Lovely Kiss there and he misses. I don't think it mattered too much, just because, it's Lovely Kiss and stuff. He goes for the Ice Beam. To play that off, he gets a Freeze right here, and that's kind of bad because I'm gonna be frozen solid on the first turn. And he can go for another Ice Beam and pray that I'm gonna get frozen again, because if I don't, I can just simply set up the Light Screen and yeah, leave another Ice Beam after the leftovers. But I actually go for the Reflect because I know he'll get to line next turn, and if I thought off, that will be better because he has that Golem. So he does die to the Toxic right now. That's why I said Toxic really matter, me hitting it and setting up Toxic on the thing, of course. So he does go into Jessie, Harbok right there. Gets Intimidate, not that it matters, and I'm like, okay, I'm just going to leave this thing as a Death Water. He goes for the Gunk Shot, he misses the Gunk Shot, so that means I can go for the Volt Switch and do a bit of damage to this Arbok. That does so much, yeah, a bit, yeah, that does like 50%. So I'm going to my Mudkip, and yeah, Arbok is there. That isn't much that he can do to me because I resist the stab, I guess. As he does switch out into Weezing on my Earthquake. That's a nice position on this part because Weezing has a Levitate. And yeah, those things are really defensive, physically bulky, that's what I mean. And yeah, Waterfall will do nothing. So I'm gonna go into my Enferus, basically as a Death Water, as he actually goes for the Will-O-Wisp, which is okay because, well, him not burning my, not my Mudkip. I said Mudkip earlier, didn't I? Him not burning my Marshtomp really mattered because, yeah, you'll see later on. He goes for the Clear Small right now after he burns me, and he's able to knock me out right now. But Enferus did his job and knocked out the, it kind of stalled out the Jinx, so that was really nice. As I go into my Specs Analytic Behem, he does switch out into Murkrow right now on my Psyshock, which is a nice prediction on this part because he's immune to Psychic, because he's a Dark type, of course. But Stealth Rocks are really nice on that Murkrow, yeah. So, going to go into my Rotom Fan right now because, Rotom Fan can always go for the Volt Switch on this thing. Well, either Volt Switch or T-Bolt, but he goes for the Calm Mind. So I'm like, okay, you're at +1 special defense, so I don't think this Thunderbolt will be able to kill. But I'm going to go for the Thunderbolt anyways, because even if he does have Brave Bird, I resist that. So, yeah, he won't be able to knock me out. But it ends up that I straight take him out. So that's the power of Rotom Fan. I am Scarfed, well, I think I'm max special attack. But I think I have a positive nature on speed, so yeah, I don't know. Gonna go into my Marshtomp again as he goes into Golem. History is broken, which is really nice because I do have the HP Grass on my Rotom Fan, so I can go for that later on. He goes into Arbok, X Intimidate on me, and yeah, he intimidates, and I cannot do much to that thing because, Earthquake, well, it is intimidated, but at the same time, Now I predict him to switch out into Weezing. That was an obvious play, so I go into my Behem because now that the Murkrow is out of the way, I can go for the Psyshock. Yeah, because Psyshock is definitely going to kill something because, like I said, Specs Analytic. He doesn't tapping for outspeed, so that means Analytic will boost the move because Weezings are so good physically, bulkies, walls, I guess. So yeah, Psyshock is physical defense, so I didn't feel if he would be able to kill, but because I have the Analytic, it does. So he goes into his Ditto as he transforms into my Behemoth. Now he knows my set. I know I should go for the Signal Beam because I know, yeah, I carry it, so he of course is going to have it. And I can go into Rotom Fan because most Dittos tend to be Scarfed, so he's gonna be locked into that thing. And yeah, he will force me to switch out because you cannot let that Ditto die right now. So I do predict the switch into the Golem, go for the HP Grass. 4 times effective, Golem is not taking that whatsoever, so yeah, down goes Golem right there. And I think Golem has Sucker Punch, so if I had gone for another move that wouldn't have been able to kill that thing, he could have just killed me from the range that I was at. So he does go into his Rotom, yeah, he goes into the Detonator from his Rotom Fan, of course, as I go for the HP Grass again. Basically, I'm just trying to stack this thing because, you know, I think Stealth Rocks would have killed me on the range that I was at. So he just goes for 2 Air Slashes and takes me out, which is okay because, well, yeah, like I said, I was just trying to fodder this thing out. I go into my Behemoth. I know I can take an Air Slash, so then I can go for the Side Shock. And yeah, take this thing out, but he gets a critical hit, which is, yeah, it's kind of bad because, yeah, Behemoth died because of the crit with his Rotom Fan. But at the same time, I can bring in my Ursa Ring, which can obviously take the Air Slash, go for the facade and kill that thing. But he ends up getting another critical hit, so yeah, that's rendering my pokes down a bit. But not that it matters because I can simply bring in my Marsh Stomp. Because I'm a Violite and I'm bulky on this, well, I think I'm more bulky on the physical side than on the special. But at the same time, I take that like it's, yeah, considering it's a Rotom Fan right now. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's fine. As he does go for the struggle right now because it, yeah, it only gets 5 PP. And I can go for another Waterfall after the recall it had on the struggle and take that thing out. So, Ditto is now out of the way, as he does bring in Arbok, gets Intimidate on me. Not that it matters because I'm gonna go for the Earthquake this turn and knock that thing out. As he does go for Yakutil first, but yeah, at the same time, I'm gonna be able to take Yakutil like it's nothing. Go for the Earthquake and totally kill that thing on the range that it was at. So, yeah, Arbok is now out of the way, so that means I won! Yeah, basically. So, yeah, you can just click on my last video if you didn't watch it, of course, and yeah, if you really like my videos, you can leave a like on this video. You can click the subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. So I'm gonna say that until next time, later.